Well, coming off his latest re-election victory, we'd like to welcome back Gary Santos, council member for the town of Mount Pleasant. You are the town's longest serving elected official. So how does it feel to have won another term?
It feels great. You know, I love working with the town. I've done it, like you said, for a long time, 21 years or so. And for me, it's just something, giving back is just something that, you know, my family's always taught me to do. My dad and my mom have always given back to various things as they were growing up as well. So it's just part of who I am, and I really enjoy working for the citizens and of the town of Mount Pleasant and trying to get things done, you know, that really make their quality of life a lot better.
Over the last 5 years, maybe you can talk about how things have changed, what you would like to see done differently in the next 5 in terms of development.
Right. Yeah. Slowing growth was our number one concern. You know, you have to grow or you die, but you got to grow in a proper way that the quality of life of the citizens remain the same. And so things like lowering the heights of buildings, and just not always granting requests for zoning changes, looking and seeing what's best for the community, following our comprehensive plan that we just finished last year. I think those are the kind of things we need to do to make sure that we grow properly, that we make sure that we also eliminate the traffic and the congestion that's going there. We need to work on our stoplights. You know, I'd like to see some more roundabouts and some heavier intersections where you don't stop the traffic from moving, you constantly flow. Some of those kind of ideas, I think, are what will work for us. Mount Pleasant's just such a great place to live, and we want to make sure we keep it that way. And I voted against the crab, which was done back in 2008. It was a 8-to-1 vote, and I was the only one against it because of the heights of the buildings. And you can see along Coleman, there's a couple of buildings that are just stick out because they're so high in the heights. And I'm trying to keep Mount Pleasant, have that certain feel that makes it, you know, a kind of a small town feel, even though we're growing. But you don't have to put in big skyscrapers and do things like that in order to have a great community, and that's what we're working toward. I think all of our council members feel that way, and you know, so that's what it
has been voted one of America's best cities in the past. What do you think have been some of your biggest accomplishments to date?
Golly, you know, there's been so many of them. Our recreation department was the first municipal recreation department, state of South Carolina, to get their accreditation, which was very important. The fire department, when I was chairman of them as well, they got their accreditation. So accreditation takes a lot. It takes you know around 5-6 years before you can become accredited, and it takes a lot of work and it takes some money to do. But that, you know, and doing things like getting the land at the foot of the Arthur Avenel Bridge for a park, that was one of the big things I think that I was able to do. That it's really, the citizens have really enjoyed a lot. Recreation, you know, I've done a lot with the recreation. You know, gotten the track and the pool out at Park West done, football fields, and so we've really done a lot. We've got national champions now here in Mount Pleasant for the programs that we've started, and you know, just things like that. There's, you know, in all these years, there's been a lot of them, but some of the things I think are certainly the land at the foot of the Arthur Avenel Bridge was a big thing for me to be able to do, to allow our citizens to have access to the water.
Yeah,
and
it's a great place to go fishing. I've personally never caught anything there, but it's a great spot and a great place to do some shag dancing as well. Before I let you go, though, Councilman, I just wanted to also ask you, when you talk about growth without overdeveloping Mount Pleasant, how do you go about bringing in more money without taxing your citizens?
It's very easy to answer that. As I said, we have an excellent recreation department, and right now we have fields. And we have the maintenance folks from our public services that maintain our fields. What I'm trying to do is bring in some more tournaments so people can come in on a Friday. They can stay in the hotels. They can you know, eat in our restaurants. They can shop in our stores, and they can, you know, play whether it's lacrosse, whether it's soccer, whether it's baseball, whatever.
Yeah.
Because what happens is when these people come in, not only are they renting our facilities, but they're also paying accommodations tax, hospitality tax, and sales tax. All that goes into Mount Pleasant's coffers without any expenses. We already have the fields, we already have the maintenance. And so that's one of the first things I wanted to do, was to have more tournaments to come in.
Right.
And like I say, they come in late on Friday, they leave on Sunday, and they bring a lot of revenue to the town. And that's, to me, is the best way to be able to give us a good shot in the arm when it comes to revenue without having to pay any extra taxes.
It certainly is bode well for the battery as well. Well, Godspeed in this next term, Gary. I want to thank you so much for joining us.
It's my pleasure, as always.
We're back after this.